let's take a look into the code. Let's see first what we will be creating, or what I will be actually what I will be describing you, what I'll be explaining you. And what we will create as much as this. So there will be navbar, there is header, but there is a footer, but we will see what's beyond that code. And step by step. First, it's a little bit too big example to go on the slides. That's why I will explain it here. First, actually I missed introduction. Creating single page applications with semantic HTML involves ensuring that the application maintains logical structure and accessibility standards, because, as I said in the previous class, the content has a dynamic nature. And this can be very challenging because SPAs typically load a single HTML page. More about SPAs you would learn in one of these JavaScript frameworks like React, Vue.js or Angular. But for now, just remember SPA typically loads single HTML page, even though there are ways to make it different. Anyways, and it updates the page dynamically, so the page content is updated using JavaScript, which is actually a challenge towards our semantic structure from search engine and assistive technology point of view. But there is a way, and here is a basic. Here we have the basic example of a SPA structure with semantic HTML. We'll have some aria roles for even better accessibility. And yeah, this example kind of goes a bit too far because I already assume a bit of a JavaScript, React, Angular, Vue or similar, but I really want to have this in the HTML course. The concepts are broadly applicable, so as we are talking about semantic HTML, then I really want to mention how we can handle semantic HTML also in this more in an edge case scenario, how to say. Now I'm going back. This is a head meta for properly showing local characters, title, which we have here. You see SPA with semantic HTML, and we are starting here. Body, header. This is new role banner. It has this is a aria role, so it enhances for accessibility. Then for navbar, which is for navigation, navigation, we have role navigation. It helps the search readers and search engines understand the structure of your navigation inside here. When you have nav, when you have header, as you can see, there is no section or anything. Header is in practice mostly the right after body, how to say. This is not that much important. This can be important, but just to show you, with only header you are good, without the aria role. Here also with role nav, with HTML tag nav, with our role navigation you are also fine. But I'm just giving you a small introduction that where it can be used. For example, if you would have div, then which is like a basic HTML element, which is then the role navigation will be very helpful for the search engine and assistive technologies, because this is a general purpose one. So now, thanks to that, they will be able to find out. But if you are using HTML correctly, then this is basically optional. Yes. So now we have unordered list. and then we have these HTML elements. Before I will click through, I'm going further with HTML. Here is another content section. Content sections is a header, main, and a footer. And those are defining areas of your page. This again helps with document structure and accessibility. And here in the main, there is a role main. Again, if you are using HTML correctly, this is not really essential. But if you would have, for example, div, then this can play a role. But for example, you could also have a section, and this can be the main section. So this will also make difference. We have the ID for the JavaScript to find out. You see, main content, main content, main content. Document get element by ID. So we are basically finding ID of a main content and doing some magic. So we have it here, ID, main content. By ID, main content, and it's everywhere the same, you see. And yes, so the dynamic content, as you can see in my comment, is loaded dynamically. All for the content within this main is loaded dynamically. We want to maintain semantic structure within the dynamically loaded content because it's crucial for our assistive technologies and our search engines like Google robots. So let me finish. And footer, I will make 2025 because 2024 was when I prepared the materials, and 2025 beginning is when I'm recording this video. So now you are a sharp student, you notice there is something we have on click. We click load home, load about, and load contact. And we have different types of information when we are loading those pages. Now there is a question, how we are loading this, because it's nowhere here. It's nowhere here. So how we are getting this? 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 And the same for here. Because where? Here it ends. But we have this app.js file. I open it and I see that on the load home about contact, by the way, if you have the app.js here, those will be fetched automatically if you will connect it here. If I, let's say, remove it, then nothing happens. But when I make it here, then there is a connection. So the logic, JavaScript logic is working. What's happening here? We are creating HTML. So we are saying that we want to use dynamic content with HTML tags. And now we are using these HTML tags here. We are not saying doing only like this. Hop. And when I load home it's like that. No, we are doing HTML, so we can see different types of different styling because we have used different semantic elements. They are of course not for styling, but you based on styling you can see the difference. For about us, I can do h2 tag, for example, and you see it's a bit smaller. For contact, what I can do h3, or no, wait, I can do some style equals background or color red, and if it works exactly. So play with this and see what you can achieve. This is a very good exercise. Yes, and this is what we had at the beginning of our example. Yes, so this is an example of single page application. Single page application is application when on some kind of logic on the site here we are loading something which is not in our HTML, and this logic is in our JavaScript file. And if we want to be accessible and provide proper semantic web, also good, being better for the search engines, we can use HTML tags inside JavaScript, and then our you can see example accessibility and SEO, search engine optimization, are on a higher level, and you are still good to go. Even though this is pure JavaScript, you can use this concept also in other frameworks like Vue.js, like React, like Angular, Svelte, etc., 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 whatever the future will bring, because those change a lot. And with that, that was a very good example. I will give another information about enhancing accessibility and SEO in SPAs from summary point of view in the next class, because this one took already some minutes and I don't want to make you too tired. Ciao!